right, welcome everyone. My name is Rilus Law. So today I'm trying some new software, so we'll see how this works. So I'm live on the Mott Legal YouTube. I'm trying to use, or I am using Streamlabs. It's my first stream with them. So I want to discuss probate, and I'm not sure if we're actually live, if this is working or not. Yeah, I guess it is. So it looks like we are live there on the YouTube page. So I'll wait a minute, let people come in that got the link. I shared the link on Facebook, a few places there. So if you're watching on one of those places, make sure you go and you like or you subscribe to Mott Legal on YouTube. So let's see, let me share my screen here. Move this one. It's over here. Okay, so what I want to do today I want to focus on the real estate investors. So I get a lot of questions from people investing in real estate, wholesalers, people in PACEs subject to mentorship. They ask me about probate and how they can approach probate attorneys. So today what I want to do, I want to show you some basic information about probate, and I have some materials for you as well. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so this first page I'm on, this is danalegalhelp.com. So this is my website for my probate and estate planning practice. So I practice in Arizona and California. So if you need help with the probate in Arizona and California, you can give us a call or email or even a text, and we can help you out that way and give you information. And then here's mottlegal.com. So Mott Legal is a management company for lawyers. So Dana and Associates uses Mott Legal. And I put some tools here for you guys. So under documents, I put this outline for a trustee, successor trustee, and personal representative. So this is your cheat sheet. So I'm going to go over what this means in a little bit more detail. So this is how you should evaluate every situation where someone's passed away. Okay, let's pull up the PowerPoint and get into it. So I have this PowerPoint here, and I guess before we get into that, let's go back to Mott Legal. What I want everyone to do is I want you to subscribe to our YouTube. So you can go to this link right here. That'll take you to the YouTube page, and make sure you subscribe. And then in videos, you can see these are some of the other live videos. And then we have these topics. So I'm going to go through and explain these topics, how to administer a trust and estate. But you guys, you can go back here and watch these videos if you want more detailed explanation about what a fiduciary is and those things. Okay. So let's talk about what I was calling how to be a probate ninja. So this is how you're going to break down a case when there's a probate. So step one, what I want you to do is define the players. So we have the decedent, the dead person. Fiduciary, I use this green visor to represent the fiduciary. And then the beneficiaries, who gets the stuff. We use this hand to show that. There could be multiple beneficiaries. All right, what is an estate? So you hear this term a lot, estate planning. What is it though? What does it mean? So is it a large house? Maybe. Sometimes that's how people use the word estate. But what an estate is, it refers to everything a person owns, whether alive or dead. So whether alive or dead, everything a person owns is part of their estate. Fiduciary is a person to whom property or power is entrusted for the benefit of another. So this fiduciary, there's different types of fiduciaries in the will or trust. The person named is a fiduciary. So what is a last will and testament? It's a document by a person called the testator or testatrix, where they name the beneficiaries of their estate, guardians of minor children, and the personal representative. Okay, so after the person passes away, a probate is necessary to appoint the personal representative and guardian. The will just names who's going to be in charge. It doesn't actually give them authority. Probate's necessary to get the authority under a will. Okay, so what is probate? So this example here, there's a married couple. They had a house in both their names, a bank account. She had some life insurance. So she passed away. Life insurance passed to Mr. Estate, her husband, because he was named as a beneficiary. The bank account is just in her name. So it's part of her estate. So we need to look at her last will and testament to see who's named as the fiduciary and the beneficiary. And then a probate's going to be necessary to get the authority to appoint that fiduciary. Probate, there's a lot of steps to it. It can be time consuming. And then eventually you're able to collect the assets and transfer them. Okay, so step one was define the players, and then we went over some of the vocabulary words. The second thing you want to do is figure out what the assets are. So what are the assets, and then what controls the assets? So things like retirement accounts, IRAs, 401ks, they commonly have beneficiaries, a person named in the contract that will be paid. So that's controlling. If there's a beneficiary listed, then that's where it goes. Same thing with life insurance. There's usually a beneficiary listed. Now, what if there's not a beneficiary listed? Or what if there's only one beneficiary listed, but they've passed away before the other person? So then that asset is going to be part of the deceased person's estate if no beneficiary is listed. So the house is in the name of the deceased, so part of her estate. Or there could also be a trust, so things could be owned by a trust. So with bank accounts, you have to figure out who the owner is and if there's a beneficiary. Okay, so you're going to define the players, figure out what controls. So if there's a last will and testament, that controls the estate. It'll name the beneficiaries and who's in charge. Now, what if there's no will? So if there's no will, so if a person passes away without a last will and testament, or if the people named in the will have also passed away, then the laws of intestacy are controlling. So intestacy, it means no will. Intestate means no will. So if there's not a will, you need to look up the laws of intestacy in your state to see who the beneficiaries are and who has priority to serve as a personal representative. So for the real estate investors, I know a lot of times you guys are knocking on doors or you're calling people and you're finding people that they want to sell a property, but maybe the owner of it has passed away. Maybe it was their parents or someone like that have passed away. So you got to figure out what's controlling. See if there's a will, or if there's not a will, you want to figure out who has the priority to serve as the personal representative. That's the person that you want to talk to. Okay. Okay, so the next thing to do is, so after you figure out who the players are, what's controlling, then this is what to do if you are the executor. So if you are the person named in that in the last will and testament, or if you are the person that has priority, or if you're an investor and you're working with someone, this is what you tell the executor the next steps are. So they need to safeguard the assets and start an accounting. They need to collect all the assets, determine and pay all valid debts. They need to share the accounting with all the beneficiaries. Let everyone know what's going on. Okay. All right, so those are the steps what to do. Let's get out of here. My locked up. Too many clicks. Okay, let's get out of there. I want to go back into I want to go back to Mott Legal. So on the top here, these documents. So there's a few things here. So this outline for the trustee and personal representative. This is what I just went over. So figure out who the players are, what controls the estate or what controls the assets, and then it's a matter of following the instructions in the documents. And then the over or underlying thing and everything is going to be the fiduciary duty. What that means, when you're managing assets for the benefit of another person, there's a higher standard of care. I recommend legal counsel, to make sure that you're following that fiduciary duty, to make sure if you're the executor that you're not going to get sued by the other beneficiaries of the estate. So this outline is here for you. If you're working on a situation and someone's passed away, this is the process that you want to go through. The other things here, death of a loved one checklist. These are some practical things that people can do after someone's passed away. Oops. Call family members, arrange for a funeral, just really practical things. People have found this to be really helpful after someone recently passes, the emotion and the stress of all of it. So this is helpful. I believe all this stuff is national, like contact Social Security. It's all national information. But if there's specific things in your state that they need to do, you might want to consider adding that to this list. So if you come across someone where they recently lost a loved one, you can give them that death of a loved one checklist to see if that helps them out. The other thing here for you, trustee's memo on fiduciary duty. So like I said, the underlying thing, whoever's in charge, whether it's there's a trust and you're the trustee of a trust, or if there's an estate and you're the personal representative, these are some of your responsibilities. You got to inventory the assets, safeguard them, protect the trust investments or the estate investments, accounting, deal with taxes, compensation, decide if you're going to be compensated, and so that's some information there about what to do if you are the trustee. So I hope you found that helpful. If there's other videos you'd like to see in the future, let me know. Leave a comment, and I can make other videos as well for you in the future. Make sure you're following the Mott Legal YouTube page.